I'm going to hand you out a deck of cards right now as my team. I'd like you to take a moment and unwrap these cards. They're sealed, so you might need a pen or a fingernail. And I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to walk you through quickly these 30 challenges. Now, these challenges were pretty much all messes in my life. And if you buy the book, you'll hear all the stories behind them. As I walk through these 30 cards, I'm going to ask you to yourself privately determine, is that challenge a mess in your life, or is it a success? If the challenge is a success, put that card down on your lap or on the chair next to you. And if that card is a mess, I want you to keep it in the deck and put it towards the back. And here's how you determine it. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, 1 being low, if it's a 1 to 5 on the low end, rate it a mess and put it to the back of the deck and keep it in your hand. If you'd rank it a 6 or higher, then it's a success. Put it down. If you're not sure, keep it in the deck. If at the end of this review you have still all 30 cards in your hand, that's just called shuffling. I'm sure there are some successes in your life. So are you with me? As I walk through these less than a minute apiece, make a judgment. Success or mess? If it's a success, put it down. If it's a mess, keep it in your hand. Okay, let's walk and rock and roll. These cards are generally aligned into 3 zones. The first dozen or so are around leading yourself. The next 15 or so around leading others. And the last 8 or so are around getting results in your life, in your organizational setting, professionals, or with your personal life. Let's talk first. I put too many cards over here. The first challenge is all around demonstrating humility. People who take control of their lives, that are great leaders of their families, their companies, whether you are a massage therapist, whether you are a chiropractor, whether you are the CEO of a company, whether you're a stay-at-home dad, you have a leadership role. You may not be a leader of other people, but you are the leader of your own life and of your own health. And you need to think of yourself like that. Great leaders, influential leaders, demonstrate humility. Humility comes from confidence. Confident people are humble people. Arrogant people lack humility. I love this quote by Dr. Covey. Humble leaders are more concerned with what is right than being right. Humble leaders can change their mind and admit it. They can acknowledge when they're wrong. They can let the light shine on other people. Let's move to number 2. If it's a success, put it on the seat next to you. If it's a challenge, keep it in the deck. Challenge number 2, think abundantly. Great leaders aren't scarce. They're abundant. They're generous. They have what Stephen Covey calls an abundance mindset versus a scarce mindset. It might be with your time or your talent, your lawnmower. It might be with your car. It might be with your spirit, your level of forgiveness, your level of tolerance or inclusion or embracing people different than you. And you'll never have an abundance mentality until you've defined how much is enough for you, how much credit, how much fame, how much attention. You will begin to be a better leader in your own life when you have an abundance mindset. You're thinking about, do I have enough? Can I shine the light, the attention on someone else? The third challenge, listen first. I hate this one. Because leaders, whether you are a parent or a friend or a leader in a company, you've been trained your entire life to speak, to be persuasive, influential, compelling, to persuade people to your point of view, to talk. It's how TED became so popular. Few convincing people are great listeners, but it's kind of counterintuitive because great leaders are great listeners. Speaking is quite selfish. Listening is quite selfless. And when you become a better leader in your life and your family, you listen to yourself. What is your body telling you? What is your mind telling you? What is your family talking about? Listening is hard. We'll come back more to this topic. But interrupting and talking usually is more focused on you than on your relationships. And as you listen more to those around you, your relationships become more rich in your life and less stressful.